Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Epic Basketball League here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with Game 3 of the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League Finals. It is the Milwaukee Bucks headed to the West Coast to visit the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 3 with the series tied at 1. Last week we had Game 2 back in Milwaukee, and it was an overtime thriller as the Bucks lost a heartbreaker to Wilt Chamberlain and the Lakers. Chamberlain was dominating in that game, 28 points, 25 rebounds, and 8 assists for the Lakers. Can LA take advantage here at home and take the series lead 2-1? We'll see here tonight, as our starting lineups are on the court, ready to be announced as we get this game underway. All right, it is a familiar squad for the Bucks headed out with their starting lineup, the usual 5 in the backcourt. Lucius Allen out of UCLA at the point guard, and Oscar Robertson out of Cincinnati at the shooting guard. The forwards, once again, Bob Dandridge for the Bucks at small forward, along with Curtis Perry at the power forward. And, of course, the big man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, at the center position. He is in his 4th year out of UCLA, and once again was a first-team All-NBA selection in the 72-73 season, and second in the league in scoring, behind only Nate Archibald. But Kareem struggled in Game 2 as Wilt outscored and out-rebounded Kareem, and Wilt led the Lakers to victory as the Lakers come into LA confident that they can take the series lead here tonight, as we take a look at the very familiar LA Laker lineup. The backcourt duo of Jerry West and Gail Goodrich, high scorers both of them, and the spark of this team. Jim McMillan at small forward, third-year man out of Columbia, came up big with 30 points in Game 2 and carried the LA offense most of the way. 14 in the first quarter and steady performance throughout from Jim McMillan. He was one of the deciding factors in Game 2. Bill Bridges at the power forward, again replacing the injured Happy Hairston out for the series. And the big man inside, Wilt Chamberlain, the 36-year-old, 14 seasons out of Kansas, and at the age of 36, led the NBA in rebounds with 18.6 per game, led the NBA in field goal percentage, and was number 2 in the league in minutes played at the age of 36. As we say hello in the chat room to Philip Reynolds. Go Bucks, go Oscar, says Philip Reynolds, decked out here in the visiting team apparel as we get ready for tonight's opening tip-off. All right, the tip is in the air, and it is controlled by Milwaukee. Bucks have the first possession of the game in the green jerseys, headed from right to left on your computer screen as we say hello to D. Scott Howard in the chat room, and Lucius Allen sets up the offense for Milwaukee. Allen calling a play, dumps it down inside to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They want to get him started early tonight, although he's going to have a tough night once again against the defensive prowess of Wilt Chamberlain. Kareem no good with the first shot, gets his own rebound. The putback attempt by Kareem, the sky hook, nothing but the bottom of the net, and he is fouled hard by Chamberlain. So Kareem making his presence known on the opening possession, getting the hoop and the harm, and headed to the free throw line for a chance at the three-point play. Kareem converts the free throw, and Milwaukee goes on top 3-0. All right, coming the other way, the Lakers with their first possession of the night. Jerry West at the helm. Flanked by Goodrich. And he dumps the ball inside to Bill Bridges, working on the low block. Bridges working down there against Curtis Perry. Perry knocks it away. Last touched by the Bucks. Lakers will have the basketball again with 9 seconds to shoot. The inbounds pass comes to Gail Goodrich. Goodrich from the outside shoots the jump shot. Oscar Robertson got a piece of it. And the ball is out of bounds. LA retains possession. Now only 3 on the shot clock. They're going to have to make something happen quick here. Once again, they trigger it into Goodrich. And Robertson reaches in. Oh my goodness. Not a good defensive decision by Robertson as the shot clock was winding down. But once again, the Bucks will have a side out with a full 24 to get something done. Bridges to inbound. Once again, they're looking to Goodrich. And has it stolen this time by Oscar Robertson. Robertson reached in that time and got the steal. Gutsy play after getting the foul on the play before. Quick outlet to Lucius Allen. And the Bucks want to run. Robertson has it at the free throw line. Steps around West into the lane. Lays it up and good. Quickly, the Bucks out to a 5-0 lead in the first minute of the game. West trying to regroup his Lakers. This time calls his own number. He's got Dandridge on him on the double team, and he's got to call the timeout. Boy, Milwaukee's defense came to play here tonight. As LA tries to get the offense revved up. 13 on the shot clock. Once again, it's Goodrich on the outside. Can he finally get a shot off? He zips it over to McMillan, and McMillan walks with it. Question in the chat room from D. Scott Howard. Did you get the 2022 upgrade? I haven't installed it yet. I have not got it either. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the season here. And then I'll install the upgrade before I get started with the next go-round of the Epic Basketball League. All right, Milwaukee up 5-0. And the Lakers not looking good here in the opening moments of play. Milwaukee looks to extend the lead as Lucius Allen sets up the offense. He gives it to Robertson at the free throw line. Robertson, mid-range jump shot is good, and he is fouled by Goodrich. Another three-point play opportunity for the Bucks as they have opened up a can of whoop-ass here in the opening moments of this one. Robertson hits the free throw, and it is now 8-0 in favor of the Bucks. Philip Reynolds in his Bucks gear at courtside has to be happy about what he has seen so far. The offense this time is going to go to McMillan. McMillan in the paint. His short jump shot is no good, and Kareem takes the rebound for Milwaukee, excuse me. The Lakers continue to struggle, and the Bucks look to open up a double-digit lead. Kareem has it out on the baseline. He's got Jerry West on him. He's not going to accomplish anything out there. He cross-courts it to Dandridge. Dandridge from the outside. The jump shot is too strong. And Chamberlain grabs the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers back to the offense. The ball is now in the hands of Jerry West, and he wants to attack. West on the outside. Gets into the lane. Dumps it out to Goodrich on the perimeter. His shot no good. Chamberlain grabs the offensive board. Chamberlain takes it back and slams it home. So Wilt finally gets LA off the schneid, and it is an 8-2 ball game. Bucks back on offense. Look inside to Kareem. In the rectangle, the sky hook is good. 5 points early for Kareem, and Milwaukee is now up 10-2. LA coming back with West. West to Goodrich on the wing. Over to McMillan. McMillan with the outside jump shot. It is too strong. And the rebound is taken by Robertson, but he's got his pocket picked by Goodrich. And the Lakers will get another shot at it here. Goodrich finds McMillan in the paint, and McMillan gets the roll. 10-4 now your score. 3 minutes into tonight's contest. Milwaukee runs a screen for Dandridge on the baseline. His baseline jump shot is offline, but the offensive board is taken by Oscar Robertson. Robertson passes out to Lucius Allen, and the Bucks will reset. Allen gets it at the free throw line. His shot is no good. And now Kareem takes the offensive rebound, but on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul has been called. That will go against Curtis Perry from Milwaukee. Ball will go to LA, headed the other way. LA with the basketball, trailing 10-4. As the Lakers set up the offense, and once again they look to McMillan on the wing. And he nails another one. Tickles the twine, says the commentary, and it is a 10-6 game. LA's not going to give up on this one yet. It's a long night, and it's LA. It's a late arriving crowd. Now here's a jump shot from the free throw line by Lucius Allen. He hits his first shot. And before the fans are even settled, Milwaukee is up 12-6. Bucks coming back on the offense. Being encouraged by Coach Bill Sharman at courtside to not get too shaken up by this early deficit. They run the offense through Goodrich on the outside, and his shot is good. Goodrich drilled that one. Give the assist to Jerry West. The score now is 12-8. Lucius Allen with it out on top for the Bucks. Working on Jerry West. Allen sheds his defender, gets into the lane. His shot from the lane is good. Contact there with Chamberlain, but no call, as Allen gets the basket, and Milwaukee goes back up by 6. On the other end, once again, it's Goodrich with it for the Lakers. Oh, he steps around Robertson, gets into the lane, but cannot get the layup to fall. And Bobby Dandridge comes out with the rebound for Milwaukee. Milwaukee's going right inside to Kareem. Kareem on Wilt down low, lays it up no good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Bucks. LA will have it going the other way, still trailing by 6. 14-8 is your score. 7 minutes to play in the first period. Motion offense for the Lakers. West out on top. Guarded tightly by Allen. Looks to Bill Bridges in the paint. Bridges with a little jump shot. That is good. Posted up over Dandridge and got that one to drop with the left hand. And it's a 4-point game. 14-10. Milwaukee with the lead and the basketball. Bucks go to Robertson on the outside. Watched closely by Goodrich on the wing. Robertson drives to the basket and is called for the offensive foul. How about that? Nice position defense by Gail Goodrich. Robertson draws the charge, and that is his second. Wow. A big turn of events here midway through the first quarter as Oscar Robertson has to head to the bench with foul trouble. And into the game for Milwaukee is John Mclaughlin. Very popular backup shooting guard. Ball goes back over to the Lakers. They trail by 4. Jerry West runs the offense. Once again, he goes through Goodrich. This time Goodrich picked up by Mclaughlin on the outside. Allen comes over on the double team, and Allen ties up Goodrich for the jump ball. Allen and Goodrich to jump it up. And the tip is controlled by Milwaukee. And the Bucks will have it going the other way, still leading by 4. Allen looks inside to Abdul-Jabbar, and he is fouled on the reach-in by Goodrich, and that is 2 on Goodrich. So both starting shooting guards, Oscar Robertson and Gail Goodrich, on the bench early in foul trouble. As into the game for Milwaukee comes Keith Erickson, the very versatile backcourt player. Can play any of the 3 backcourt positions. He'll come in at the shooting guard as Goodrich goes to the bench. Curtis Perry to inbound for Milwaukee. They look inside to Dandridge. Dandridge in the paint, working on McMillan. His shot won't fall, and Chamberlain snags the rebound for LA. Lakers with it now in the hands of McMillan once again, working on the wing. The deep jump shot by McMillan is around and out. The ball is loose, and finally it is Bob Dandridge who digs it out for Milwaukee. Quick outlet to Lucius Allen. Allen wants to run. They've got 2-on-2 going the other way with Allen and Mclaughlin. Mclaughlin on the wing sends it to Allen in the lane, and Allen travels. Good transition there by the Lakers to force the turnover. LA gets the ball back, still trailing 14-10. West searches the floor. Gets a screen. Tries to step around Dandridge and get into the lane, but he's got it knocked away and stolen by Lucius Allen. Nice recovery there by the Bucks defense. Hustling back, they find Chamberlain in the paint. His sky hook is off the back of the rim, no good, and Chamberlain captures the rebound for LA. 5 minutes to play now in the first. It is still a 14-10 game. Both teams have gone cold here in the last couple of minutes. As the Bucks once again want to get it to Jim McMillan. McMillan on the perimeter. His shot from the wing is no good, and Lucius Allen takes the rebound for Milwaukee. The Bucks will take it slow this time as LA hustles back in transition. And now they've got an outside look for Bob Dandridge. Dandridge on the wing, turns down the shot, sends it back over to Mclaughlin on the perimeter. And Mclaughlin's deep jump shot falls short. Chamberlain with yet another rebound for the Lakers. And this time it is LA who wants to run. Jerry West has Jim McMillan on the wing. McMillan to his left. Back to West inside. West lays it up, no good. But he is bumped on the play by Lucius Allen, and that is going to send Jerry West to the free throw line for the Lakers. West, an 80% free throw shooter on the season. The first one falls off the rim, no good. West misses them both, and Kareem takes the rebound for Milwaukee. So these teams can't even hit free throws. And it is still a 14-10 game with now 4.5 minutes to play in the period. The open man for Milwaukee is Mclaughlin on the baseline. His jumper is off target once again. Kareem takes the ball off the offensive glass. Kareem with a putback attempt has it up and good. Over 3 minutes since the Bucks have scored, but Abdul-Jabbar converts the putback here, and Milwaukee goes back on top by 6. Ball goes back over to LA. Once again, it's McMillan trying to get his offensive game going, and his shot this time is absolutely crushed by Curtis Perry. Crushed, I say. And Dandridge comes out with the rebound. It's 3-on-2 for the Bucks going the other way. Mclaughlin in the lead. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the trailer. Kareem has it at the free throw line. Give and go with Mclaughlin, and Mclaughlin lays it up and good. First basket of the game for John Mclaughlin, and Milwaukee has stretched it back to an 8-point lead, equaling their biggest lead of the ballgame. Under 4 minutes to play in the first. This time they look to Erickson on the outside. Erickson looking for help. Calls a play. They dump it to Bridges down on the low block. The turnaround jump shot by Bridges is good, and that ends the scoring drought for the Lakers. Once again, we've got a 6-point game. Milwaukee 18, LA 12. Here's Lucius Allen pulling the trigger from the free throw line extended. Surprised the defense with that one and buries the jumper to put Milwaukee back on top by 8. LA setting it up, again working it to McMillan, this time in the paint. McMillan drop step on Dandridge, off the glass and good. McMillan now with 6 points to lead LA. It's a 20-14 ball game. 3:15 to play in the first. Allen dribbles it up the court, gets it to McLaughlin, down to Kareem. Triangle offense being played here. It's McLaughlin who will take the shot from 15 feet out, and he buries it. So McLaughlin giving the Bucks a spark off the bench, and the lead is back to 8. 22-14 now, 3 minutes to play in the first period. West has it out at the perimeter. Tries to get into the lane. Has it knocked away by Allen and picked up by McLaughlin on the steal. Milwaukee looks to extend the lead. As Allen has it out on top, guarded closely by West. Looking to distribute. Can't find an open teammate. Drives baseline and can't get the shot off. He is called for the travel. Allen probably tried to do a little too much with that possession. And now we have some substitutions coming into the game for both teams. Into the game now for Milwaukee at the point guard will be Russ Lee, the Boston Bomber. Rookie out of Marshall. He was the number 6 overall draft pick for the Bucks. Came out of Marshall University where he averaged 24 points a game and 11 rebounds. So very impressive college credentials for this guy. Also onto the court for Milwaukee is Terry Driscoll, who had a very strong game off the bench for the Bucks in Game 2. Into the game for Los Angeles for the first time is Mel Counts, the veteran backup center out of Oregon State. He comes in for Bridges. As the Lakers are going with the Twin Towers lineup of Chamberlain and Mel Counts, a pair of 7-footers down low, along with West, Erickson, and McMillan. All right, LA has the basketball. They trail by 8, 22-14 with 2:28 to play in the first quarter. The ball is in the hands of Jerry West out on top. Guarded now by Lee. West from the outside turns it over again. Boy, both teams struggling with the turnovers this time in the first period. That is 5 turnovers for LA. 4 for Milwaukee as Pops Reviews joins us here in the chat room. Good evening, Mr. Little. Hope all is well, sir. All is well indeed. And Pops Reviews love the last wrestling card. And at halftime of this game, we'll preview Heartland Championship Wrestling action that will be on the channel tomorrow. All right, Milwaukee basketball. More substitutions. Chuck Terry comes into the game for the first time for Milwaukee. He will play the shooting guard, and McMillan slides over to the point guard. Into the game now for LA. Jim Price at the point guard and Pat Riley at the shooting guard. All right, Milwaukee by 8, looking to extend the lead here with 2:12 to play in the first. Some backups on the floor. The offense looking a little sloppy, but they do manage to find Driscoll on the baseline. Driscoll trying to get an entry pass into Kareem. Kareem gets it, dribbles it, takes it up strong. The shot is no good. As Chamberlain made him alter the shot, Bob Dandridge takes the offensive board for Milwaukee. Dandridge lays it up off the window and good. First basket of the night for Bob Dandridge gives Milwaukee a double-digit lead. 24-14. Boy, LA has struggled in this period, shooting only 47% from the field, 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and 5 turnovers on the period. Not to mention being out-rebounded by the Bucks 11-5. Chamberlain with 5 rebounds. Nobody else on the Lakers has grabbed a single board. And that ain't going to get it done in a game of this magnitude. Kareem with 4 rebounds, but also Bob Dandridge with 4 rebounds to support the Milwaukee effort. All right, LA with the basketball now. They trail by 10. It's Price on the side. Price with a 15-foot jump shot is up and good. So Jim Price quickly on the board for LA to make it a 24-16 ball game. Milwaukee comes back on the offense. Kareem has it on the baseline. Gets it over to Dandridge. Dandridge with an open look coming off the screen, but cannot get the jump shot to go. And Chamberlain dials it back to get the rebound. Now the Lakers have a possession in the hands of Riley. Riley hustles, gets into the lane, puts up the jump shot. That's no good. And Kareem catches the rebound for the Bucks. Bucks now back to the offense. It's Dandridge once again on the wing. Dandridge with the jump shot from 16 feet out is off target. And Chamberlain goes up high and gets the board. It's 3-on-3 now going the other way. And LA wants to push the tempo. Riley's got it on the baseline. Sends it to Erickson inside. Erickson to the right hand. Lays it up. No good. It is swatted out of the air by Kareem. And the rebound is picked up by Chuck Terry for the Bucks. Nice recovery by Kareem in transition to swat that shot and get Milwaukee another possession. 1:07 to play. Milwaukee still up by 8. Terry with possession on the top of the key. Nobody on him. He floats one up from medium range and gets it to go. Chuck Terry not a scorer, but he had the open look there and got it home, and Milwaukee is back on top by 10. Final minute of play here in the first period, and things are not looking good for the Lakers. Price has it out on top. Price wants to attack. He drives to the basket, puts up the short jump shot. That's no good. The tip by Chamberlain is no good. And finally, Kareem comes down with the rebound for the Bucks. The offensive woes continue for LA as Milwaukee has another possession. And they get the ball to Dandridge on the perimeter. Dandridge working from the wing about 12 feet out. The bank shot is no good. He's cold, and Erickson takes the rebound. Now the Lakers have 3-on-1 going the other way with Price and Riley. Price dribbling to his left. Kareem is the lone man back. He dishes it into Riley down low. Riley lays it up and good, and he is fouled hard on the play by Bob Dandridge. Dandridge hustling back to try and disrupt that fast break. He was late getting there as Riley gets the layup and the foul, and Pat Riley now has a chance for a three-point play. 38 seconds to play in the period. As Riley steps to the free throw line, misses the free throw. LA now 0 for 3 from the line in the period. The rebound is taken by Terry Driscoll, and with 38 seconds to play, Milwaukee has the basketball, once again leading by 8. Mickey Davis now into the game for Milwaukee. He gets the ball in the paint, and he's fouled by Price. Fourth team foul on the Lakers. So that will just be a side out with 23 seconds to play for Milwaukee. Bucks had a foul to give, and now the Bucks are going to be able to hold for the final shot of the period. 22 seconds now on the game clock. The shot clock has been turned off. Bucks work the offense through Davis again. He tries to kick it out to Mclaughlin for the jump shot, but that pass is stolen by Erickson, and that will be the end of the period. So, tough start for the Lakers as they trail by 8, and we go to the first quarter box score, brought to you by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. This is good stuff. So Milwaukee really controlled the game in the first period. Probably the most telling stat is that 15-9 rebound differential. The Bucks shot 48% from the field to 43% for the Lakers. Both teams turned the ball over 5 times as Milwaukee goes out to the 8-point lead, 26-18. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar off to a much better start tonight than he was in Game 2. First quarter totals of 7 points, 6 rebounds to go with an assist and a block shot. 6 points for Lucius Allen, 5 for Oscar Robertson, who went to the bench early with foul trouble. The leading scorer for LA was Jim McMillan, but he struggled for a 3 for 8 performance in the first quarter. Jerry West didn't attempt a field goal, missed both his free throw attempts. 3 assists, 3 turnovers, not a stellar first quarter for the Logo. And of course, Gail Goodrich, the other star, went to the bench early with the foul trouble. Chamberlain picked up 8 of the LA 9 rebounds, but only 1 basket. As the Lakers have an uphill struggle here in the second period to get back into this one, trailing at the end of the first quarter by a score of 26-18 as we head back to action. Both starting lineups are on the court to open period number 2 as Milwaukee controls the jump and starts the game on offense, still leading by 8. Ball goes down into Curtis Perry on the low block. Perry working inside against Bridges. His shot is off the back iron, no good. And on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul against Curtis Perry. That is number 2 on the game for Perry. And the ball will go the other way. LA setting up the offense for the first time in the period. West looks for help. Can't find any open teammates. He's got Allen on him. He dribbles into the lane, gets around Allen, flips it up with the left hand, and good. So West on the attack here to open period number 2 with his first basket of the night. It's a 6-point game. As the Bucks look to get the offense rotating on their end of the floor. Good ball movement here. Lucius Allen finally gets it inside to Kareem. Kareem has it knocked away by Chamberlain. Last touched by Wilt the Stilt, and Milwaukee will have the ball with 10 to shoot. They go right into Kareem off the inbounds. The defense collapses on him. He pump fakes. He shoots and misses. But we've got a whistle on the play and a foul against Bill Bridges. Bridges mouthing off. And the refs are going to let him have some leeway there as Kareem heads to the free throw line and immediately misses the first shot. Goodness gracious, these teams can't do very well from the free throw line tonight as Kareem steps up again and he missed them both. Rebound taken by Chamberlain, and LA has the basketball, still trailing by 6. Lakers want to get something going for Goodrich. He gets the mid-range jump shot. That's around and out, but tipped home by Chamberlain. And LA pulls to within 4. Chamberlain already with 10 rebounds on the night. Bucks with the basketball. They look to the Big O. We've got a whistle, and Jerry West is shaken up, favoring that left shoulder as he comes out of the game to be examined by the trainers. We'll see if they can get him back in action here, but for the time being, Pat Riley will come into the game to run the point for the Lakers. Milwaukee up by 4, 26-22, with Perry waiting to inbound. Milwaukee hasn't scored in a couple minutes. They get it inside to Dandridge, and his two-handed layup is off the glass and good. Puts an end to the scoring drought. Milwaukee 28, LA 22. As the Lakers set the offense. Once again, it is Goodrich. On the wing. Dumps it down low to Chamberlain. Interior pass to Bridges. Bridges' little jump shot is no good. And on the rebound, we've got another whistle and another loose ball foul against the Bucks. This time they get Lucius Allen for the foul, and that is number 2 on Allen. The ball will stay with the Lakers with a fresh 24, still trailing by 6. It's now Riley with it out on top. looking to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich from 15 is short, and the rebound is taken by Lucius Allen for the Bucks. Bucks will take it back slowly the other way as once again the Lakers hustle back in transition. Now Milwaukee has an open look for Curtis Perry down low. Perry beat his man to the spot, but cannot get the shot to fall. And on the attempt, we have a whistle and a foul against Chamberlain. Chamberlain with the personal foul will send Curtis Perry to the line for 2 free throws. Perry hits the first, his first basket of the night, or his first point of the night. Perry misses the second, and Chamberlain takes the board for LA. It's a 7-point game, 29-22 in favor of the Bucks, as Pat Riley sets up the offense for LA. Once again, they look to Goodrich. On the wing, picked up by Robertson. He dumps it in down low to Bridges. Gets it back. Little two-man game going here. Bridges down low gets a good look inside and buries the jump shot over Curtis Perry. 6 points now for Bridges, and the lead is cut to 5. It's a 5-point game for Milwaukee. They've got the lead and the basketball. Milwaukee dumps it in down low to Kareem. Kareem working on Chamberlain inside as they continue to bang bodies, and Kareem cannot get the shot to fall. But the long rebound is taken by Oscar Robertson, and the Bucks will reset. Allen gets the pass from Robertson. His jump shot from the outside is around the rim and out. And Jim McMillan takes a rebound for Los Angeles. How about that? Somebody not named Chamberlain who's grabbed a rebound for the Lakers. And they'll have another possession here. Goodrich on the perimeter, attacks the rim. Green comes over to cut him off, but the floater by Goodrich comes off the glass and good. It's now a 3-point lead, 29-26. It's been an uphill game for LA all night, but they keep clawing and scratching. They have not led, but they're keeping it close. And in the first half, that's what you want to do on your home floor. After Milwaukee jumped out to the big lead, it was 10-2 in the early going. LA has been able to hang around. Here's a look now for Oscar Robertson from the perimeter. His shot falls short. And Chamberlain comes down with the rebound for LA. Only 4 points for Wilt, but now 12 rebounds as he is getting it done on the glass. Now Goodrich has it on the outside, picked up by Robertson. Goodrich calls for the screen, gets around Robinson into the lane. His shot falls off the rim, no good, and Curtis Perry grabs the rebound for Milwaukee. Quick outlet to Lucius Allen, and the Bucks want to run. Allen takes it straight down the center of the floor. Dumps it to a cutting Robertson, and Robertson lays it up and good. Nicely done fast break for the Bucks on that opportunity. They're back on top by 5. LA now back on the offense. Goodrich with it on the perimeter. Looks to McMillan in the paint. The little jump shot by McMillan is too strong, and Bob Dandridge grabs the rebound for Milwaukee. What will the Bucks do with the offense? They've got it on the outside with Allen, squaring up against Pat Riley, a fine perimeter defender. Allen looks down low to Curtis Perry, and Perry's got it stolen by Bridges. Nice defense by the Lakers on that possession. Back come the Lakers. They get it down low to Wilt. Wilt working in the paint. He's got the long arms of Kareem to contend with. He steps around Kareem, goes for the shot. That's no good, but Kareem is called for the foul, and that will send Wilt Chamberlain to the free throw line. Always an adventure. Actually, it looks like they've called that foul on the floor. So Wilt will not entertain the crowd with his feeble attempts at shooting free throws. Instead, Bridges will inbound the ball with the Lakers still trailing by 5. 31-26 is the score, 8 minutes to play before halftime. The ball comes into McMillan at the free throw line. His shot is offline, and Kareem takes the rebound for Milwaukee. It's now 4-on-3 going the other way. Allen wants to push the tempo. They connected on the fast break at the last opportunity. Now Kareem has it. Dumps it to Robertson. And Robertson has it knocked away by Chamberlain. And it is out of bounds, last touched by Robertson. As Milwaukee bungled the fast break that time, and LA will get another possession. 31-26, Milwaukee in the lead. As now Jim Price sets up the offense for the Lakers. Price finds McMillan on the wing. His jump shot again is off target. Chamberlain with another rebound on the offensive glass. Chamberlain pump fakes. Goes up strong, off the glass, around the rim, and out. And it is Lucius Allen hustling in for the rebound for Milwaukee. Milwaukee comes back in transition. They dump it to Kareem on the block. Kareem with a slam dunk. You shouldn't be saying that. I thought that was the LA announcer that used to use that terminology. But now he says slam dunk for Kareem as Kareem pounds one down. He's got 9 points to lead all scorers, and Milwaukee is back on top by 7. 7 minutes to play in the second period. Lakers with the basketball, with Perry still running the point. Now they get a look for Chamberlain on the inside. He's got Curtis Perry on his hip. He cannot get the shot to go, but Kareem fouled him again. 2 quick fouls on Kareem. Once again, that is a foul on the floor. And good news for LA, Jerry West returning to the lineup. They have taped up that shoulder, and West looks like he's a little tentative, but wants to get back into action here. With LA in possession of the basketball, Bridges to inbound. His inbound pass comes in too low. McMillan can't handle it, and it's off the leg of McMillan and out of bounds for another turnover. Ball goes back over to Milwaukee now. 7 minutes, 1 second to play in the second period. Milwaukee on the basketball. Hello, JT 2.0. Man, very few things in life are better than JT, but the one thing in life better than JT has got to be JT 2.0. Welcome to the chat room, my man. It is Game 3 of the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League Finals. We're tied at 1, and the Bucks are off to a good start here in LA. They lead the game by 7, and they have the basketball with 7 minutes to play in the second period. Milwaukee looking to get Oscar Robertson going again. Robertson on the perimeter, drives to the basket, dishes it off to Dandridge. Nobody was there, and the pass is snatched away by Jim McMillan. LA brings it back slowly. Goodrich has it on the perimeter. Goodrich wants to attack. Pick and roll with McMillan. Gets into the lane. The shot is no good, and the rebound is taken by Oscar Robertson. Now it's 3-on-2 for the Bucks going the other way. Mclaughlin dribbles to his left. Takes it into the lane. Lobs it up for Kareem. Shot no good. And McMillan comes out of there with the rebound for the Bucks. Milwaukee again fails to convert the fast break, and now LA has a chance to cut into the lead. They work it to McMillan. From the wing. The outside jump shot is offline, and the long rebound is taken for Milwaukee by Bobby Dandridge. Just about to the midway point of the second quarter. Both teams have had a rough time scoring here tonight. McLaughlin tries to change that for the Bucks with a drive down the lane, but he is called for the travel. Another turnover. 9 turnovers for the Bucks to 6 for LA. Milwaukee shooting under 46% for the game, but the LA is shooting only 37%, as it has been a struggle for both squads. It's still a 7-point game midway through the second period. LA with the basketball trying to cut into the lead and keep it close. Trying to get something going for McMillan. In the low post, his one-handed runner is up and good, and he is fouled on the play by Driscoll. That's a big break for the Lakers, as McMillan gets the and one, and that is going to put LA into the bonus for the rest of the second quarter. McMillan steps to the line, 8 points on the game. Looking to complete the three-point play, and missed again. Lakers 0 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. But with the Lakers being in the bonus, McMillan will get another stab at it, and this time he connects. 33-29 now. Milwaukee with the lead and the basketball. Mclaughlin looks inside to Kareem. Short jump shot by Kareem is off the front of the rim, no good. Tipped by Kareem, again no good. And Chamberlain with another rebound for L.A. Lakers hustle it back down to the other end of the court. Bridges gets back ahead of the defense. But Dandridge blocked his shot from behind, and Kareem comes out with it. Again, good recovery on the defensive end by Milwaukee. And the Bucks get another possession, still leading by 4. Robertson with it on the outside, finds Dandridge. Dandridge dribbles to his left, can't find anything as the shot clock starts to run low, and Dandridge is forced to call the timeout. 13 on the shot clock now as Milwaukee comes over to the bench and gets some words of advice from Coach Larry Costello. It'll be Driscoll to inbound. They run it through Dandridge this time. Dandridge cross-courts it to Robertson. Not a good pass. And Gail Goodrich steps into the passing lane and picks it off. L.A. back with the possession. As West sets up the Lakers, sends it over to Goodrich. Goodrich now on the outside. Is going to pull the trigger from 16 feet out. And the shot is off the front of the rim, no good. But it's being waved off as Goodrich was fouled on the attempt by Bobby Dandridge. Lakers in the bonus. Goodrich goes to the line for 2. First shot is up by Goodrich and connects. Lucius Allen back into the game for Milwaukee. As Goodrich hits them both and cuts the lead to 2. That's as close as L.A. has been since very early in this ballgame. Allen back in possession, setting up the offense. Looks to distribute. Can't find an open teammate. 17 on the shot clock as Allen tries to attack against West. He drives. He's cut off by Chamberlain. His short jump shot is offline, and Big Wilt takes the rebound, his 15th of the night. L.A. now under 5 minutes to play in the second, and the Lakers have a chance to tie the game here. West, top of the key to McMillan. Fall-away jumper from outside is offline and taken down by Robertson for Milwaukee. McMillan continues to be cold from the field as the Lakers shooting only 37%. Milwaukee comes back. They run an inside screen for Dandridge. He gets open down low, goes to the left hand, shoots it off the glass, and good. Well-executed offensive set there by the Bucks. They're back on top by 4. Now it's West from the top of the key. He lets it fly. That's no good, but he is fouled on the shot by Terry Driscoll. As West came off the screen, Driscoll got him on the arm, and that will send West to the free throw line. He'll get 2 in the bonus. The first shot is good. Quiet night so far here for Jerry West, but he makes both free throws. And once again, we've got a 2-point game. 4:20 to play, second period. Milwaukee with the basketball. They're going to look down low into the paint again. They find Driscoll on the low block. He's posting up on Bill Bridges. He rises up, shoots, and scores. That is his first basket of the night. But as we mentioned previously, he had a big game in Game 2, putting up 24 points off the bench for the Bucks in that overtime defeat. Bucks go back on top by 4, 37-33. As the Lakers find Bridges in the lane, he is fouled by Driscoll, and that is 3 quick fouls on Terry Driscoll, and that will send Bill Bridges to the line for a pair of free throws. Bridges not a bad free throw shooter, 70%. Hits the first. Bridges hits them both, and once again, it is a 2-point game. Under 4 to play here in the second. 37-35, Bucks with the lead. They look inside to Kareem. Kareem from point-blank range over Wilt, nothing but the bottom of the net. 4-point lead now, once again, for the Bucks. West directing traffic. Finds Goodrich on the outside. From the free throw line, his jump shot is true. All nylon for Goodrich. Give the assist to West. It's a 2-point game once again. Milwaukee with the basketball. Dandridge on the wing. Gets an open look. His shot is no good. Off the side of the rim. Rebound taken by Kareem. Kareem on the putback attempt. Goes up strong. His short jump shot is no good. Again, he gets his own board. Kareem takes it up again, and this time gets it to go. Persistence pays off for Kareem. He's got 13 points now and 11 rebounds, and Milwaukee is back on top by 4, 41-37, as the rebound differential continues to grow. Milwaukee with a plus 10 in that category. LA with the basketball here. They have kept in the game in this period primarily on the strength of their free throw shooting. As West squares up against Allen on top. Tries to get into the lane. Give and go with McMillan. West pulls the trigger, no good. And the rebound is taken by Kareem. Milwaukee with another possession here. They've got Perry open down low against Bridges. Perry lays it up and has it blocked by Chamberlain. Wilt got over and got a piece of that one. And on the rebound, we have a loose ball foul whistled on Gale Goodrich, and that is his third. That's going to send Goodrich to the bench. And that's a bad break for LA, but they can't really complain. The foul differential this quarter is 8-3 in their favor. Milwaukee with the basketball leading by 4, under 3 minutes to play. They run an inside screen for Abdul-Jabbar. Can they get it to him in the traffic? They can't, as it is knocked away out of bounds. Off the hands of Kareem, and will go the other way to Los Angeles. Into the game now for the Lakers, the former Akron Zip, Bill Turner. 6'7", 220, 6 years out of my alma mater, Akron University in Northeast Ohio. Lakers trail by 7. As Jerry West sets up the offense. They look inside to Wilt. Working on Kareem down low. He fakes, he shoots, and he scores it. But the shot is being waved off as Chamberlain was fouled on the floor by Lucius Allen. And boy, LA coach Bill Sharman questioning that call as he wanted the basket to be good. Instead, it will be Chamberlain going to the free throw line for a pair. And this is not a strength of Wilt Chamberlain, as we all know. He misses the first. Chamberlain 1 for 2 again. Right on par with his career. A 50% free throw shooter. Pulls LA back to within 3, 41-38 with 2:15 to play before halftime. Bucks on the offense. Kareem down low, kicks it back out to Mclaughlin. Mclaughlin floats into the lane. The little teardrop is no good, but Curtis Perry catches the rebound for the Bucks. Perry takes it back up strong. His putback attempt won't go, and Bill Turner comes out with it for LA. Now the Lakers have a 4-on-1 going the other way. Jerry West leads the break. Sends it to Erickson on the wing. Erickson cross-courts it to Turner under the basket, and Turner lays it home. Nicely done by LA. The lead has been cut to 1. 2 minutes to play before halftime. The Lakers have trailed throughout. Milwaukee gets it inside to Dandridge. His turnaround jump shot is no good, and the weak side rebound is taken by Chamberlain. LA wants to run again. It's 3-on-2 as the Lakers pick up the tempo. West has it, dribbles to his left, into the lane, dumps it to Erickson. Erickson lays it up, no good. And it is Russ Lee coming out of there with it for Milwaukee. Ooh, LA with a chance to take the lead on that fast break, but they could not convert. And Milwaukee comes out of there with it. Bucks set up the offense with Lee at the point to Mclaughlin on the wing. Mclaughlin facing up against Erickson out there, trying to get an open shot. Finally gets it off. It's off the front of the rim, no good, but the long rebound is tipped out to Lee, and the Bucks will reset. Minute and a half to play in the half. Perry's got it down low. His little hook shot from the paint is no good. And another offensive board as Bob Dandridge crashes in and snatches one. Passes it back out to Lee, and the rebounding dominance for the Bucks continues. Bucks working it around, and we have got Lee shaken up, but he'll remain in the game. As the Bucks look to reset the offense off of the offensive rebound. Here's Dandridge with a 15-footer. That's no good. And finally, Wilt Chamberlain with a big rebound for the Lakers. Chamberlain now with 17 of LA's 21 total rebounds. Both teams shooting at 38% on the game. As Milwaukee leads by 1, a minute 15 to play in the half. West directing traffic. Sends it on the outside to Mclaughlin. To Erickson, picked up by Mclaughlin. 14 on the shot clock as they get it back to West. West from the outside, picked up by Lee, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. Nicely done by Jerry West as he made lemonade out of lemons on that one. And for the first time tonight, the Lakers have taken the lead, 42-41, with 1 minute to play before halftime. Bucks with the basketball. Trailing for the first time tonight. It goes to Mclaughlin on the wing. He tries to get into the paint. Chamberlain cuts him off. His short jump shot won't go, but the rebound is tapped back out to Lee, and Lee passes it back out to Mclaughlin. Lee has played limited minutes. He has 3 rebounds, almost as many as everybody on LA not named Wilt. Milwaukee sets it up again now, 41 seconds on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock. They dump it down low to Kareem. Working on Turner on the low block. Kareem cannot get the shot to go. Rebound is tipped around and finally grabbed by Turner. 37 seconds to play. LA with the basketball and a 1-point lead. West working on Lee. 25 on the clock. They get it to Counts inside. Counts with a jump shot off the back iron, no good. Chamberlain with another offensive board. Chamberlain with a putback attempt against Kareem. Muscles it up. Cannot get a shot off. Instead, he swings it over to Counts. Counts can't get the shot to go. Rebound tipped out to West, and with 5 seconds to go, the ball ends up in the hands of Erickson on the outside. Can LA get a final shot off here? The ball is tipped over to Counts on the baseline, and his shot from deep is no good as time expires. Chaotic ending to the half, as for the only time tonight, LA has taken the lead 42-41 into halftime as we go to the halftime box score, and this is going to be an ugly mess. Milwaukee managed only 15 points in the second quarter to fall behind 42-41 as we go to the break. I have a text message here that I need to respond to as we look at the box score. And yeah, let me return this text message quickly as we have the box score. All right, getting some things set up for tomorrow. Taking a look at the box score, it is ugly. We've had a really good game from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 13 points, 12 rebounds, but only 6 of 15 from the field. And here's a great observation from JT. The score was in the 70s at the half in the last game, and it is in the 40s here tonight. Very tough night for Mclaughlin, 4 for 15 from the field. Still leading the Lakers with 9 points. Chamberlain, 5 points, 18 rebounds, single-handedly keeping LA in the game in the middle of this scoring slump. Goodrich only 3 for 10. Dandridge 3 for 12 for Milwaukee. Both teams getting it done on defense. Milwaukee still in control on the boards. 34-24 is the rebound differential here. But the free throw efforts of LA have given them a 1-point lead here at halftime. All right, before we get back to action, let's talk about the happenings on the channel here this weekend. Tonight, of course, Game 3 of the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League Finals. Tomorrow afternoon, probably around 5 p.m. Central Time, we will be on the channel with Heartland Championship Wrestling. Pro Wrestling Mid-America action coming to you live on the channel. The main event will be for the PWMA Heavyweight Championship as Ted DiBiase defends the title against Jerry the King Lawler. Should be an outstanding main event. The remainder of the card to be determined. If you keep an eye on Facebook or if you keep an eye on Discord, I will put the link to that broadcast up. I hope to get it online about 5:30, maybe a little bit later, about 5 o'clock Central, maybe a little bit later, depending upon how long it takes me to get the card set for action. But if you keep an eye on Facebook and Discord for those announcements, you will be able to jump in and catch the Heartland Championship Wrestling. And of course, on Sunday, My Journey with Jesus returns to the channel as we open for the final time the book of Luke. We have been in the book of Luke for about 15 months, and we're finishing things off tomorrow night with a very interesting discussion on the historical evidence in support of the resurrection of Jesus. So come check that out on Sunday morning if you are so inclined. All right, that is our recap for events from the channel this weekend. And we head back to action here. This halftime event, once again brought to you by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. This stuff is good for broadcasting and good for keeping the pipes loose and cold. Milwaukee also with 11 turnovers on the night, helping LA to take the lead here in period number 2. Scoring by quarter, pretty much nothing for anybody in the second period. 6 for Goodrich, 6 for West, 6 for Kareem. After a pretty lackluster offensive performance by both teams. All right, we're ready for quarter number 3. So sit back, relax. It will be the starting lineup for LA with West and Goodrich, McMillan and Bridges, and Chamberlain. Goodrich with the 3 fouls. LA also coming back with their starting 5. Lucius Allen with 3 fouls, Terry Driscoll with 3 fouls, and everybody else on the Bucks with 2. All right, the tip is controlled once again by Milwaukee. Quickly the ball goes inside to Bob Dandridge on a set piece. Dandridge with the finger roll, rolls around and out. And the rebound is captured by Bill Bridges for the Lakers. Lakers want to run. They had success with this in the second quarter. West takes it right down the middle of the floor. Faced up by Robertson. Sends it over to Goodrich. And Goodrich is grabbed by Dandridge. First team foul on the Bucks. The third on Dandridge. So that could also prove to be a problem as the foul totals build up for the Bucks. Laker basketball. They lead by 1. Bridges will inbound. They're going to try and get McMillan going here in the third period. He's got possession on the baseline. His shot falls off the rim, no good. The ball is batted around, and Wilt Chamberlain comes down with it for the Lakers. Chamberlain has the putback attempt knocked out of his hands. He loses it out of bounds, and the ball will go to Milwaukee. So the Bucks now with a chance to net the scoreboard here and potentially regain the lead. As the pass goes to Robertson out on the perimeter. Robertson comes off the screen, wide open look, passes up the shot, sends it inside to Perry. Perry can't get it to go. Here's Dandridge with an offensive rebound. Dandridge pump fakes, shoots around the rim and out. But we've got a whistle and a foul as Dandridge was fouled on the shot by Bill Bridges. And that will send Bob Dandridge to the line for the Bucks. Dandridge misses the first. Ordinarily a pretty good free throw shooter at 79%. His second attempt is up and good, and we're tied. 42-all is your score, 11:20 to play in the third. It's been ugly, but it's been close. And the Lakers are looking to take the lead once again. West has it out on top. Directing traffic. They go inside to Chamberlain down low. 15 on the shot clock as Chamberlain works against the long arms of Kareem. Chamberlain kicks it back out to West. West over to Bridges on the inside. His shot is up no good, but he is fouled on the play, and that is going to go against Curtis Perry, and that is his third. So it's a full house of foul trouble for the Bucks here in the third period. 3 apiece on Dandridge, Allen, and Perry. 2 apiece on Oscar and Kareem. Bridges steps to the free throw line, a 70% shooter. The first one is good. Second attempt by Bridges is good. And he is an unlikely scorer, but he is the first man on the Lakers to hit double digits with 10 points. And the Lakers have their biggest lead of the night, 44-42. How about that? As Lucius Allen brings the Bucks back the other way. Allen over to Robertson. Robertson from the perimeter, near court side. Steps around Goodrich, gets into the lane, layup no good. Rebound taken off the offensive glass by Kareem. Kareem with a putback attempt. His sky hook hits nothing but the bottom of the net. And the game is tied at 44. Lakers back to the offense. Goodrich on the outside. Also having a tough night from the field. He passes on the shot, sends it to McMillan. His shot is no good. He can't buy a basket. But the long offensive rebound is taken down by Jerry West. West among the trees looks for help. Sends it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain over to Goodrich. Goodrich top of the key. Pulls the trigger and scores it. Goodrich gets one for the Lakers, and if anybody can get anybody to heat up on either end offensively, this game is ripe for the taking. Goodrich now with just 11 points on the night. No, give that shot to McMillan. McMillan got that shot to go on the pass from Goodrich. McMillan now with 11, and the Lakers back on top by 2. Now the Bucks looking to respond with Allen out on top. Allen looks inside to Kareem. Kareem battling on the low block with Chamberlain. This time Kareem with the footwork gets around Chamberlain and gets it to go. He's got 17 points to lead all scorers. The game is tied at 46 as Jerry West sets up the Laker offense. West is going to attack from the outside. Steps around Allen, gets into the paint. He's cut off by Kareem. His shot is no good. And the defensive board is taken down by Bobby Dandridge for the Bucks. Still tied at 46. Bucks now on the offensive end. Allen pounds it down low to Kareem. Kareem's layup rattles out. Well defended by Chamberlain. The tip by Perry is no good. And Bill Bridges comes off with the rebound for the Lakers. 9:37 to play. In transition, an open look for Goodrich. Top of the key. His jump shot is around the rim and out, no good. Tipped by McMillan, no good. And on the rebound, we've got a loose ball foul whistled against Wilt Chamberlain, and that is his third. So Milwaukee takes possession, still tied at 46. 9.5 minutes to play in the third. Both teams now around 36% from the field as the offensive struggles continue on both sides. Boy, after 3 games, these teams are just so familiar with the offensive sets that it's getting harder and harder to execute anything that the opponent hasn't yet seen. Milwaukee looks inside to Dandridge on the low post. His teardrop is through, but they're waving it off as the foul is called on McMillan, and that's going to be on the floor. That is the first foul on McMillan, the third team foul on Los Angeles. The game is still tied at 46 as Milwaukee sets up for a side out. Curtis Perry to inbound. They run a screen off of the inbound play for Robertson. He gets the shot, gets the ball on the wing, steps around Goodrich into the lane, tries to get a bounce pass into Kareem, too far ahead of him, and that is another turnover. Turnover number 12 by the Bucks here tonight. And with 9 minutes to play in the third, the game remains tied at 36. I think the first team to get to 60 is going to win this one. Or as JT pointed out, halftime was in the 70s at the last game. It may be the first team to get to 70 will win here tonight in LA. Lakers run a screen for Goodrich on the outside. Goodrich comes off the screen, has an open look. The deep jump shot is offline, but McMillan comes over for the offensive board. McMillan takes the putback up strong with the left hand, lays it up off the glass, and good. And he is fouled from behind by Robertson. Nice play by McMillan. He's got it going here in the third period with the hoop and the harm, and he will go to the basket, to the free throw line with a chance for a three-point play, as that is foul number 3 on Oscar Robertson. Boy, the foul totals for the Bucks continue to pile up. It's a close game now, but if the Bucks start getting in big foul trouble here, that could give LA an opportunity to take advantage. Lakers now up by 3 as McMillan hits the free throw. He now leads the Lakers with 14 points as LA enjoys their biggest lead of the night. Milwaukee gets it to Kareem. He's way out on the baseline. He sends it to Robertson on the wing. Robertson tries to get into the lane, but once again is called for the offensive foul. Goodrich beat him to the spot. That's 4 on the Big O, and he is going to have to go to the bench. My goodness, the foul trouble for Milwaukee continues to pile up. LA now with the basketball. John Mclaughlin into the game for the Bucks as the Lakers set up the offense. West dribbles it into the front court. Sends it to Goodrich at the free throw line. He tries to dribble into the lane. Dishes it over to West, and West is tied up by Lucius Allen for a jump ball. West and Allen will jump it up. Both men are 6'2". Should be an even jump. And the tip is controlled by Milwaukee. Bucks with the possession now, trailing by 3. Allen brings the ball up. Bucks work it around the perimeter, finally get the entry into Kareem down low. He's got a good look from the inside, but his shot spins out. The offensive rebound is snatched by Curtis Perry. Perry with a short jump shot on the follow is good. He's got his first field goal of the night, and the Bucks are back within 1 point, 49-48. 8 minutes to play in the third. Now West sets up the offense, calls for the screen. Defended by Dandridge. Swings it over to Bridges. Bridges tries to dump it down into the paint. That pass is off target and out of bounds for the turnover. As Rob, exclamation point. is in the chat room. It is good to see you, my man. It has been way too long. Support Dave's channel, says Rob. Thank you for the shout out there, Rob. As we're having a very close ball game here in Game 3 of the 1973 Epic Basketball League Finals. It's not been well played. Both teams are struggling from the field at around 36% shooting. Milwaukee has led most of the game, but LA now has a 1-point lead. Milwaukee in possession with under 8 minutes to play in the third. Open for the Bucks is Mclaughlin. Gets the pass from Allen. Bobbles, recovers. Tries to dump it into Kareem down low. That's another bad pass and another turnover as the basketball goes back to the Lakers. 49-48, LA with the lead and the basketball. West sends it to Goodrich. Goodrich on the drive, into the lane. Gets a screen from Chamberlain. Finds the open jump shot from the perimeter. It won't go down, but the rebound is tapped out to Jerry West, and the Lakers will reset. The ball winds up in the hands of McMillan in the paint. McMillan from short over Dandridge is good. Nice find there on the distribution by Bridges for the assist. McMillan now with 16 points, and the Lakers back on top by 3. Milwaukee on the offensive set goes to Mclaughlin. Mclaughlin tries for the entry pass, finds Kareem in the lane. Kareem steps around Bridges and slams it home. 1-point game once again. LA with the lead and the basketball. Bucks playing good defense here tonight as West is picked up on the perimeter by Allen. West tries to attack. Perry comes over on the help. West can't get the shot to go, but the long rebound is taken by Gail Goodrich, and the Lakers will reset. First rebound of the night for Goodrich. LA on top by 1. They find Bridges open on the low post, and he puts it home. And LA is now on top 53-50. 6:20 to play in the third. Milwaukee back on offense. They work it around and down low to Perry in traffic. Perry with a short jump shot from the paint, no good. Offensive board taken by Dandridge, and he kicks it back out for the Bucks to reset. Dandridge now with 11 rebounds on the night. Dandridge off the offensive rebound finds Mclaughlin open on the perimeter for a jump shot, but he can't get that to go, and the rebound is taken by Wilt Chamberlain for LA. 20 rebounds on the night now for Chamberlain. LA back on the offense, leading by 3. Looking to extend the lead as West directs traffic. Looking to distribute. Can't find an open teammate. Calls for the screen. Gets the screen from Bridges. West dribbles, kicks it out to McMillan on the baseline. His shot's no good, and the rebound is taken for Milwaukee by Dandridge. Milwaukee hustling back. Kareem gets to the spot down low. He beats Chamberlain down inside, and Chamberlain is unable to recover as Kareem gets the basket and the easy layup. 53-52 now. Milwaukee within 1 as LA comes back on the offense. Goodrich on the perimeter. Swings it across to McMillan from the baseline. McMillan loses the ball. Chamberlain picks it up. He's tied up by Lucius Allen. And that will be another jump ball. This time Chamberlain with an 11-inch height advantage on Allen. You'd think he would win this jump ball pretty easily. And he does. Tipping it back out to Jerry West. And LA will set up the offense with a fresh 24. Chamberlain with it on the baseline. Kicks it out to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich cuts to the basket, lays it up, and good. Nicely done by Goodrich. First assist of the night for Wilt Chamberlain. He had 8 assists in Game 2. LA back on top by 3. 5 minutes to play in quarter number 3. It's Kareem down low once again. Chamberlain's got him tied up. Goodrich comes over on the help, and Kareem can't get a shot off ahead of the 24-second clock. So LA now with another possession, under 4.5 to play, and the Lakers up by 3. West now in the game, being picked up by Chuck Terry. His jump shot from the wing is off the backboard, no good, and Terry recovers to get the rebound for the Bucks. Milwaukee behind by 3. They get it to Dandridge on the wing. His shot is off the glass, no good, and Bill Bridges catches the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers look to reset. Both teams still shooting the ball poorly. West has it out on top, picked up by Allen. Calls for the screen. Dribbles into the lane, dumps it over to Goodrich. It's off his hands and out of bounds for the turnover. Ball goes back over to Milwaukee. 3.5 to play in the third. Bucks still trail by 3. Running the offense now for Milwaukee is the rookie Russ Lee. Sends it over to Terry. Terry looking for an entry pass down to Kareem. The alley-oop to Kareem is a little offline. The shot falls off the rim, no good, and Wilt Chamberlain comes out with it for the Lakers. The Lakers want to run. Jerry West in transition. Bucks get back. What's West going to do? He dumps it to Goodrich in the lane. Goodrich cannot get the jump shot to go. It was tipped out of the air by Driscoll, but Bill Bridges on the recovery for the Lakers grabs the rebound. Bridges pump fakes. He lays it up off the glass, in and out. But Bridges was fouled on the putback attempt by Chuck Terry, and that will send Bridges to the free throw line for a pair. Bridges rolls in the first one. Now 13 points for Bridges. Bridges hits them both. He's got 14 points on the night. And LA with their biggest lead of the night, 57-52, with 3:21 to play in the third. Low-scoring game here in LA. Milwaukee back on the offense. John Mclaughlin now running the point. Swings it over to Terry. Terry and Kareem playing a little two-man game on the perimeter. Kareem tries to get one up, but it is blocked by Chamberlain. The rebound is picked up by Bridges, and Bridges is fouled on the rebound attempt by Terry. That's a loose ball foul on Terry, and the ball will go back over to LA. LA to set things up. They're going to run the offense through Jerry West. Always a good plan. West calls a play, sends it over to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich with an open look coming off the screen, still can't connect. Loose ball is fought for and caught by Russ Lee for the Bucks, who will walk it back the other way. So Goodrich again fails to connect. Milwaukee with another possession here. Entry pass to Kareem. The skyhook by Kareem is offline, but he was fouled on the play by Mel Counts, and that will send Kareem to the line for a pair of free throws. Kareem with 21 points, 13 rebounds on the night, converts the first. Pat Riley into the game to run the point for the Lakers. As Kareem knocks home both free throws, he's now got 23 points, and the lead for LA is 3. 2:44 to play in the third. Pat Riley now running the point. Looks inside and finds Mel Counts on the low block. Counts cannot get the jump shot to go, and Kareem takes the rebound for the Bucks. Milwaukee looking to draw closer. Down by 3. Ralph Lee brings it up, swings it to Terry. The ball goes back over to Lee. Lee finds Dandridge coming off the screen on the wing, and Dandridge buries the jumper. It's down to a 1-point game, 57-56. LA now under the leadership of Pat Riley at the point. Riley over to Goodrich. Goodrich drives the baseline. His short jump shot is no good, and Kareem with another rebound for the Bucks. Bucks with a chance to regain the lead. Lee's got it out on top. Riley comes over, and we've got a whistle and a man down, as it is Terry Driscoll shaken up, and he will leave the game. And an entire battalion of Bucks, a whole flock of Bucks, comes into the game for Milwaukee. Let's set the lineup. Lucius Allen back in the game at the point with Mclaughlin at the shooting guard. Chuck Terry and Mickey Davis are your forwards, and Curtis Perry shifts down to the center position as Kareem gets a blow. Wilt Chamberlain is also going to take a break here with 2 minutes to play in the third, as LA will counter with Jerry West at the point, with Erickson alongside in the backcourt. Bill Bridges and Travis Grant now into the game for LA at the forwards, and Mel Counts will move down low. All right, 57-56 is your score. LA in the lead, Milwaukee with the basketball, 2 minutes to play in the third. Lee on the outside drives, dishes it to Allen, gets it back, shoots it from 15 feet out, no good, and the rebound is taken by Bridges for the Lakers. Can the Lakers get something done here? West on the outside gets the bounce pass to Grant on the perimeter, and Grant scores it from the baseline. Nicely set up by West. He's got 5 assists on the night. First basket for Travis Grant puts LA on top once again by 3, 59-56. Allen over to Terry. Back to Allen from the free throw line, extended. His jump shot is good, and the lead is cut to 1. Minute and a half to play in the third. LA sets up the offense, and now they get it to Grant on the baseline once again. Grant from the outside shoots the leaner. This time it falls short, and Curtis Perry takes the rebound for the Bucks. Bucks hustling back. They look inside to Perry. Perry gets it on the low block, fakes, shoots, and scores. And he is fouled on the play by Counts. So Curtis Perry with a chance at a three-point play as he gives Milwaukee a lead once again with the hoop and the harm. 60-59 now, Milwaukee on top. Curtis Perry attempting to complete the three-point play and does so. And that puts Milwaukee on top by 2. Final minute of play here in the third. LA with the basketball now trailing 61-59. West back in the game at the point. Sends it over to Chamberlain on the baseline. Chamberlain tries to get it into Bill Bridges on the low block. That's a bad pass, and it's picked off by Mclaughlin. Quick outlet to Lucius Allen. Milwaukee has numbers in transition. Allen at the free throw line. Dumps it to Terry. Terry cannot get the layup to go, but the rebound is knocked out to Mclaughlin. Mclaughlin sends it back out to Allen, and Milwaukee will reset. Milwaukee couldn't convert in transition, but they do get the offensive rebound in another possession with 47 seconds to play in the quarter. Milwaukee with the basketball up by 2. Allen on the perimeter finds Mickey Davis on the inside. The floater by Davis is good, and Milwaukee goes up by 4. 63-59, 29 seconds on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. LA trailing once again. The ball goes to McMillan on the wing. McMillan takes it down to the baseline. He's unable to get the short jump shot to go. There was some contact there, but no foul. Chamberlain comes out with the offensive board. Chamberlain with the putback attempt. Can't find a shot. Kicks it out to West. West over to McMillan, who puts it up at the buzzer. No good. All right, a back-and-forth third quarter. Both teams still struggling offensively, but Milwaukee goes to the break leading by 4. We take a look at the third quarter box score, and it is every bit as ugly as the first two. Milwaukee outscoring LA 22-17 in the period to take a 5-point lead. It's still all about Kareem, 23 points, 15 rebounds for the big man. Leading all scorers. Dandridge with 9 points, 12 rebounds, 8 points and 5 assists for Lucius Allen. Both teams shoot the ball around 38%. And Milwaukee still enjoys that big rebounding advantage, 48-38, including 18 offensive rebounds to power Milwaukee to the lead. Leading scorer for LA is McMillan with 16, but only 7 of 23 from the field. Goodrich also struggling to a 4 of 17 performance. Wilt Chamberlain with 5 points and 22 rebounds. 14 and 6 for Bill Bridges, also helpful. Third quarter scoring, Kareem with 10. McMillan with 7. Bridges with 6 for the Lakers. All right, it's a 4-point game headed into the fourth quarter. Again, it's not pretty, but it's close. As your play-by-play guy takes another hit of Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, and we get ready to get back to action. Milwaukee will start the game with their second unit on the floor. Russ Lee and John Mclaughlin in the backcourt. Ralph Terry and Mickey Davis at the forwards. And Curtis Perry, normally your starting power forward, shifts over to play the center position as Kareem continues to get a rest. Wilt Chamberlain will come back into the game for LA as the only starter on the floor for the Lakers. We've got Jim Price and Pat Riley in the backcourt, Keith Erickson and Mel Counts at the forwards. So sit back, relax, and enjoy what should be a very competitive fourth quarter of action with Milwaukee on top by 4. Opening tip of the period controlled by LA. Quickly they work it inside to Mel Counts, the Twin Towers in the game for LA. Counts sends it over to Chamberlain. Chamberlain cannot get the shot to go, but he is fouled on the play by Curtis Perry. And that will send Wilt Chamberlain to the line for no apparent reason. Actually, Chamberlain's pretty consistently 1 for 2 on these attempts. He drains the first one here. And miracle of miracles, Chamberlain hits them both to cut the lead to 2. Milwaukee now with their first possession of the quarter, as Russ Lee sets up the offense. Lee on the outside, picked up by Jim Price. Lee wants to attack. Drives into the lane. He's cut off by Wilt. His teardrop is no good, and Jim Price comes out with a rebound for L.A. Lakers now with a chance to tie the game. Riley with it on the perimeter. Passes it into Counts on the low block. Counts with a big size advantage over Mickey Davis. He cannot get the shot to go, but Davis got him with the body, and Mel Counts will go to the line for 2. Lakers pick up 2 quick fouls in the opening minute of the quarter. And if the Lakers can get to the free throw line, that certainly proved to be to their advantage throughout the contest. Counts misses the first, but hits the second. And the Bucks lead is cut to 1, 63-62. Russ Lee again brings the offense back down for Milwaukee. From the outside, he gets it to Mclaughlin on the wing. McLaughlin tries to dump it into the paint, but it is stolen away by Chamberlain. Not a smart pass. Chamberlain with a quick outlet to Riley. Lakers with numbers in transition. Riley scans the floor, sends it over to Erickson on the left. Erickson gets into the lane, but barrels into Russ Lee for the offensive foul. That fast break didn't look good from the outset. And alert defense by the rookie Russ Lee allows him to draw the charge, and possession goes back over to the Bucks. Bucks looking to make something happen. They really don't have any scorers on the court. Lee with a tough shot from the perimeter is blocked by Counts, and the rebound taken out of there by Pat Riley. Lakers will reset, looking to regain the lead. And we've got another player shaken up. It is Jim Price leaving the court for LA. That's going to bring Jerry West back out onto the floor for the Lakers. LA down by 1. They dish it into Chamberlain down low. Chamberlain kicks it out to Erickson. Back down low to Chamberlain, who makes a strong move to the basket and scores it. And he is fouled on the play by Davis. So now it is Wilt Chamberlain with a chance for the and one, as he has given LA the lead, 64-63. And the free throw by Chamberlain is no good, but the rebound is tapped back out to Erickson, and the Lakers will have another possession. A couple of breaks on that play as Chamberlain gets the basket, gets the foul, misses the free throw, but the Lakers grab the rebound and reset the offense. LA now with a 1-point lead. West looks for help. Finds Erickson at the free throw line. Erickson steps into the lane. His shot from the paint is no good, but he gets his own rebound. Contact there. Erickson wanted the foul. Didn't get the call, but he did get the offensive rebound, and he sends it back out to Jerry West for the Lakers to reset the offense. A fresh 24. West from the outside over to Riley, and Riley double dribbled, and now he's given the ref some lip. I think frustrations are starting to pile up on both sides as the offenses have struggled, and this has really been kind of a black and blue ugly game. Yeah, and both sides are just kind of out of sorts here tonight in Los Angeles. Bucks back on offense. Lee up top inside to Mickey Davis. And Davis is grabbed and fouled by Chamberlain. A slapping foul. There's no slapping in basketball. That's 4 on Chamberlain. And that will be a side out for Milwaukee. But Terry's unable to find an open man, and that's a 5-second violation. Turnover back to LA. 17 turnovers now for Milwaukee. As LA with the basketball and a 1-point lead. Riley brings it up. Over to West. The follow-away jump shot by West is good. Only 8 points for Jerry West, but none bigger than those two to give the Lakers a 3-point lead under 10 minutes to play. The ball goes inside to Chamberlain. He's got Wilt Chamberlain all over him. Perry looking for help, sends it out to Mclaughlin at the top of the circle, and Mclaughlin has it stolen by Pat Riley. Nicely done by Riley to pick that one off. Lakers want to push the tempo. It's 3-on-3 going the other way. West dribbling to his left. Into the lane, dumps it to Riley. Riley's shot is blocked, but he is fouled on the play by Davis. And Davis is flirting with a technical. I don't know if he gave a wink and a hair flip or whatever he did, but he is flirting with a technical foul as Pat Riley goes to the free throw line for 2 shots. Riley, an 79% free throw shooter on the regular season, hits the first. Riley hits them both. And the Lakers have equaled their biggest lead of the game at 5, 68-63. Soon we'll see the starters for both teams come back out onto the floor. But for now, it is Milwaukee with the basketball facing a 5-point deficit. Lee has it on the outside. He's picked up by West. No place to go, and he is called for the 24-second violation. And that's going to bring some of the starters back into the game for both sides. As action continues here in Los Angeles. Kareem still not back in the game yet. As Chamberlain looks for the ball down low, working on Curtis Perry down there. Chamberlain kicks it back out to Goodrich, who misses the shot. And the rebound is loose, and Chamberlain grabs it, but he is called for the loose ball foul, and that is 5 on Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain never fouled out of a game in his NBA career, but he's got 5 here and has to go to the bench with the foul trouble. I don't know why Milwaukee has yet to bring Kareem back into the game. Seems like this would be an ample opportunity to do that. Milwaukee trails by 5 with the basketball. Lucius Allen brings it up, finds Davis on the baseline. Davis steps around Bridges, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. Nice move by the rookie Davis out of to Duquesne to pull Milwaukee to within 3. 8:22 to play in the ball game. West has it out on top. Surveys the court. He wants to attack. He shows and goes. Tries to get it over to Goodrich and loses it out of bounds for the turnover. Boy, they say West has a 10 penetration rating, but that seems to generate an awful lot of turnovers when I select that option. And finally, Kareem is back into the game with 8 minutes to play and his team trailing by 3. Chamberlain on the bench with foul trouble. The ball goes to Perry on the low block. Perry squaring up against Bridges down low. Turns, faces up, lowers the shoulder and gets called for the charge. Goodness gracious, both teams still struggling on offense. Both teams still well below the 40% mark from the field. LA once again in possession with a 3-point lead, under 8 minutes to play. West works the offense over to Goodrich. Goodrich with a look from the perimeter. His quick jump shot from the right wing is good. Goodrich hits a key shot there to put LA back on top by 5. Now the Bucks. Robertson on the perimeter down low to Kareem. Kareem shoots over Mel, counts, and scores it. 25 now for Kareem. It's a 3-point game. LA by 3. McMillan with it on the baseline. Gets it back to Jerry West out on top, and West is grabbed by Lucius Allen. That is 5 team fouls on the Bucks, and that will send Jerry West to the free throw line as LA is in the bonus. West hits the first. And that is huge for LA to get into the bonus with 7.5 minutes to play, as West nails them both to put LA on top by 5. 26 fouls against Milwaukee to only 15 for LA. And LA piling up a big advantage from the free throw line, 20-7. And that's the difference in this ball game. Milwaukee trying to keep it close as Allen sets up the defense, sets up the offense. They run a screen for Robertson on the perimeter. He's got an open jump shot and scores it. 9 points now for Robertson. He pulls the Bucks back to within 3. 72-69. Lakers run the weave. West gets open off the weave. Finds an opening in the lane. Tries to get it to Bridges, and once again has his pocket picked by Dandridge for the turnover. Man, I just can't resist that 10, but the 10 keeps leading to turnovers. And Milwaukee with another possession here. Calling for it on the low block is Dandridge. His short shot from the paint is good. And it is a 1-point game. 72-71. LA with the lead in the basketball, under 7 to play. Lakers look to respond. We've got a foul, a whistle and a foul, and that is an illegal screen called on Bill Bridges. So the Lakers give it back, and Milwaukee now has a chance to take the lead. 6:47 to play. Lucius Allen back on the point. Working on Pat Riley. Allen dishes it to Robertson. Robertson from the outside throws a skip pass to Dandridge. Dandridge gets loose in the lane. His layup spins out, and Travis Grant with the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers now have 4-on-3 going the other way. It's Pat Riley running the point. He's got Travis Grant on the baseline. Grant drops it to Goodrich. Goodrich drives to the lane and lays it home, and Dandridge gets him on the arm. What a big play by Gail Goodrich. He has had an off night here tonight, but he has gotten 2 big buckets down the stretch here and a chance at a 3-point play. Goodrich, a very good free throw shooter, 84%. He knocks that one home, and the LA lead is now 4. 75-71, 6.5 minutes to play. Milwaukee on the offense. They get it to Dandridge. Dandridge swings it around to Robertson. Robertson tries to get into the lane, and he has his pocket picked by Jim McMillan. LA leading by 4. They'll slow things down. The drop pass to Goodrich in transition. His outside jump shot is good. Gail Goodrich, heating up here in the 4th, has given LA a 6-point lead, their biggest of the night. 77-71, 6 minutes to play. And all this happening with Wilt Chamberlain on the bench. His mates have stepped it up. Bridges with 14 points, 6 rebounds. Goodrich now with 17 to lead the Lakers, despite struggling for the first 3 quarters of this one. Milwaukee now on the offense. Allen dumps it into Kareem. Kareem steps around Grant and slams it home. Taking advantage of the lax defense in the center with Chamberlain on the bench with the fouls. Kareem pulls Milwaukee to within 4. Can the Lakers respond? It's Grant down low against Kareem. Grant doesn't want anything to do with that. He kicks it out to Goodrich. Goodrich with another jump shot, this one off the mark. And Mickey Davis tracks down the rebound for Milwaukee. Gosh, with the foul trouble and the injuries, we're seeing some role players step up their game here in the 4th. As a big rebound by Mickey Davis gives Milwaukee another possession. Allen finds Robertson on the wing. Guarded by Goodrich. A no-look pass to Kareem, and Kareem slams it home. Wow! What a find by Rosker Robertson to get it down low to Kareem, and Kareem puts it home to pull Milwaukee back to within 2. Mark Ferguson joins us in the chat room. Mark, you are here at just the right time. We are coming down the stretch in Game 3. It's the 4th quarter, and it's a 2-point game. LA with the lead and the basketball. Riley from the outside. Can't get it off. Couldn't beat the shot clock. That's another turnover, and the ball goes over to Milwaukee. The Bucks have a chance to tie. Chamberlain back into the game with 5 fouls at the 5:15 mark. We'll keep an eye on that as the Bucks line up the offense. Mclaughlin gets it into Dandridge in the paint. Dandridge takes it up strong off the glass and good, and this game is tied. 77-77, 5 minutes to play in the 4th. This has been a very competitive ball game. This has been a very competitive series. Heck, Game 1 was decided in the final minute. Game 2 went to overtime. Game 3 is headed down the same path. West surveys the defense. Swings it over to Riley on the outside. Riley, what's he going to do? Gets into the paint. He's cut off by Kareem. His shot is no good, but Chamberlain is there for the offensive board. Chamberlain on the putback takes it straight up and in. And he is fouled on the play by Kareem. How about that? Chamberlain in foul trouble. Did not hesitate to grab that rebound, take it up strong for the basket and the foul. And that is 3 on Kareem, and Chamberlain gets 2 to make 1. Chamberlain misses badly on the first shot. He'll get another try here, as the LA fans try and encourage one of the worst free throw shooters in NBA history, but he missed them both. And once again, the rebound is tipped out to Keith Erickson. That's twice we've seen Erickson come up with offensive rebounds off Chamberlain missed free throws, and that gets LA another possession. 4:44 to play. Lakers with the basketball, leading by 2. West on the outside finds Riley. Riley tries to dump it down low to Chamberlain, but again, it is a turnover. And Milwaukee will take possession. My goodness, this has been an ugly game on both sides of the court. If you like offense, if you like defense, we've seen the teams force 35 turnovers total. That is not a good number. It is LA from the free throw line that has dominated this game with a 21-7 advantage to give them a 2-point lead coming down the stretch. But Milwaukee has the basketball with a chance to tie the game with 4.5 to play. They work the play through Robertson. Robertson with an outside jump shot, no good. The long rebound is tipped out to Gail Goodrich, and LA takes possession. Goodrich quickly outlets it to West, and the Lakers want to run. West with Goodrich and McMillan on the wings. McMillan has it on the right. Drops it back to West, the trailer, and West double dribbles. Another turnover for the Lakers. I can't believe it. 4:19 to play. Milwaukee has the basketball, trailing by 2. Milwaukee sets up the offense. Dandridge has it on the wing. Picked up by McMillan. They've got a mismatch down low with Jerry West on Kareem, if they can get the entry pass to him. Goodrich is sagging back on the double. They try to dump it down to Kareem, and Kareem gets the lob and slams it home. Nicely done by Robertson. Kareem beats the double team. Oscar finds him with the lob, and it is tied at 79. 4 minutes to play in this one. The score is tied at 79. Goodrich on the outside. He's picked it up here in the fourth quarter. This time his jump shot will not go. The rebound is knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Lakers. Milwaukee with a chance to regain the lead. A goofy-looking offensive set as Lucius Allen calls for the ball and tries to get the Bucks organized. Allen with it on the outside. Looking for an entry pass. He finds Perry on the low block. Perry on the inside shoots over Bridges. That's no good, but he is fouled on the play by Bridges, and it will be Curtis Perry headed to the line for 2 free throws. We're tied at 79, 3:45 to play. Curtis Perry, a 66% free throw shooter. He connects on the first. Perry tries to calm his nerves. Dribbles, sets, shoots, and drops it home. Perry connects on both shots to give Milwaukee the lead, 81-79. Lakers need to respond here. Now trailing by 2. They look for Goodrich. Goodrich on the outside, shoots the jumper and leaves it short. Kareem takes the rebound for the Bucks. 3.5 to play. Can the Bucks extend the lead? Perry hustling back in transition. He's open on the low block if they can get it to him. He gets the inside pass from Kareem. He shoots over Goodrich, no good. And the battle for the rebound is won by Jerry West. He picks the ball up off the floor and will walk it back the other way. 3:17 to play. Lakers with the basketball, trailing by 2. This time they run a play to McMillan on the low block. McMillan can't find anything to do with it, and he turns it over. Oh my goodness gracious, the turnovers in this one have been a mess. Both teams playing stand-up defense. And by this point in the series, both teams intimately familiar with the offensive sets of their opponents. We're under 3 to play. Milwaukee leads by 2 with the basketball. They're looking for Kareem down low. Allen can't get it to him. He's forced to put the jump shot up from the free throw line. That's no good, and the rebound is taken by Chamberlain. West wants to run. He gets the outlet pass. He dribbles to his left. It's 3-on-3. He drops it to McMillan, and McMillan has it stolen by Perry. Another missed opportunity for LA off another turnover. And Milwaukee will walk it back the other way. Now 2:45 to play. Milwaukee with the basketball, leading by 2. Now they've got Dandridge open in the paint. His short jump shot is good. Milwaukee goes up by 4. 2:32 to play. Turnovers have killed the Lakers here in the fourth. West sets up the offense. Passes to Goodrich. 2-man game on the outside. West with the entry to Chamberlain down low, and Chamberlain throws it away. Actually, that was last touched by Kareem. LA will retain possession with 10 seconds on the shot clock. And the entry pass comes to McMillan. McMillan on the outside. He's got an open look from the wing. And he has it blocked. But there's a foul on Dandridge. Dandridge thought he got all ball. The referee thought otherwise. And now it is Jim McMillan headed to the free throw line for 3 to make 2. A relatively quiet night for McMillan compared to his 30-point outburst in Game 2. But McMillan hits the first free throw. And McMillan hits them both to pull Los Angeles back to within 2. 83-81. Milwaukee with the lead and the basketball. 2:12 to play. Chamberlain all over Kareem, forcing him out under the down the baseline. Instead, they go to Perry inside, and Perry buries the short jump shot, and he is fouled on the play by Bridges. Curtis Perry coming up big with the hoop and the harm. Can he complete the three-point play here? Perry, another free throw hit. Perry has come up huge in the fourth quarter. He's given the Bucks a 5-point lead with only 2 minutes, 1 second to play. Things are looking tenuous for the Lakers here. The turnovers have crippled the Lakers here tonight. West now gets it into Chamberlain. Chamberlain kicks it out to Goodrich. Goodrich from the wing shoots the fadeaway, way off target, out of bounds to Milwaukee. Boy, I am shocked at how poorly the Lakers have managed their offense here down the stretch in clutch time. Milwaukee has taken control of this one. They're up 5 with the ball, under 2 minutes to play. Allen calmly dribbles to his right. Sizes up the court. Looks to distribute. Finds Dandridge on the baseline. 7 seconds to shoot. Dandridge with the baseline jump shot is short. And Chamberlain takes the rebound for LA. 1:22 to play. LA needed the stop. They got the stop. Now they need a basket here. They try to find McMillan in the paint. McMillan gets it out to West for the open jump shot, and West drains it. A big shot for Jerry West. 86-83. LA within 3. Lakers need a stop here. We've only got 1:05 to play. They dump it down to Kareem. To the surprise of no one. Kareem on the inside, lays it up and good. 5 straight for Kareem. He has got 33 points on the night. And with under a minute to play, Milwaukee back on top by 5, 88-83. LA needs to work the offense in a hurry. Mr. Clutch brings it up. Passes it to Goodrich. Back to West, back to Goodrich. Goodrich right to the foul line. The mid-range jump shot is off target. And Oscar Robertson takes the rebound for Milwaukee. And that just about does it, in the words of Mark Ferguson. I don't think Mark Ferguson is probably a fat lady, but the fat lady is fixing to sing here as Milwaukee brings it up slowly, leading by 5 with under 45 seconds to play. And Mark, if you can verify for us in the chat that you are indeed not a fat lady, we'll take your word for it. As now West has fouled Lucius Allen, and that is going to send Lucius Allen to the free throw line. Mark Ferguson used to be the fat man. Allen steps to the line, hits the free throw to put Milwaukee up by 6. And now 7. As Allen now with 10 points on the game. Milwaukee now up 90-83 with 41 seconds to play. Desperation time for the Lakers. Goodrich on the outside. Plenty of room to operate as the Bucks try not to foul. West sends it back over to Goodrich. Goodrich loses it out of bounds for yet another turnover. What a disappointing fourth quarter for the Lakers as Milwaukee is pulling away. 25 seconds on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. As the Bucks want to burn some clock. Allen on the outside is fouled by West. He'll go to the free throw line. As the disappointed fans here in Los Angeles have gone silent. Allen hits the free throw to stretch the lead to 8. Make it 9 as Allen hits them both. 92-83. As time is ticking away from the Lakers. They go inside to Bridges. He shoots from in close and scores. As Perry just gave him all the space he needed. 15 seconds. The lead is 7. And Lucius Allen's just going to hold on to the ball. And dribble out the clock. They get it into Kareem down low. Kareem kicks it back out to Allen. And he dribbles out the clock, and that will be your ball game. All right, a 7-point win for Milwaukee and a very disappointing fourth quarter for the Lakers. The Lakers had a shot to win this one, but turnovers down the stretch. Jerry West finishes the game with 7 turnovers and only 5 assists. A rough night all around. Goodrich and McMillan combined to go 14 for 49 from the field. And you're just not going to win any ball games with that kind of performance. 37% from the field on the night for the Lakers. Milwaukee picked it up in the fourth and finished at 43%. And once again, your star of the game, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 33 points, 16 rebounds. Dandridge with 15 and 12. As Milwaukee is able to win this one going away in a game that was much closer than the final score indicated. McMillan did lead the Lakers with 18, but on 7 of 23 shooting. A huge game for Wilt with 11 points and 25 rebounds. Your fourth quarter scoring, Kareem with 10. Kareem with 20 of his 33 points in the second half as Milwaukee was able to pull away. Goodrich was 7 in the quarter in the early going, but his offensive ineffectiveness and the turnovers by West were the deciding factor in this one as the Lakers come up short on their home floor and Milwaukee takes the 2-1 series lead. All right, thank you to everybody who came out for tonight's ball game. It was ugly, but it was exciting. Mark Ferguson, JT 2.0, the finest JT I have ever seen. Rob, exclamation point, Pops Reviews, D. Scott Howard, and Philip Reynolds all checked in tonight for this very exciting ball game as Milwaukee wins it again by the score of 92-85. We'll be back tomorrow with Heartland Championship Wrestling on the channel. Until then, this is Dave Little signing off from the Dave Cave. That's our stream, and I am out of here.